Righto, it's us two again.
Yeah, again, we're back again. We've been sitting here all week waiting for this, haven't we? We haven't moved, have we? We've been sitting in front of our screen. You weren't here today eating sausage sandwiches or talking about last year at golf clubs, anything like that, were you?
Oh, hello. Oh, very nice too, very nice too. Thank you, Michael, for all your...
No, I'm delighted. I can't play, so I'm delighted. I mean, if you don't use them, you'll find someone that will want them.
Oh, mate,
the buggy in the bag is worth some money, so... If you don't, just
mate, I've got more. Anyway, I won't say too much. People might come around and try and rob me. But I've got loads of sets of golf clubs and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, listen, we're going live tonight, Michael. We're going live on Facebook. We're going live on YouTube, and we're going live on the Wake Up UK. So we've got to keep our eye on the chat room in there. And Alan Merritt's joining us tonight, and it's going to be funny. I think we might have some good news for us tonight.
I never know how to get hold to see the chat. I can't see it. It doesn't come up my side here because I'm a guest. I can't see. Oh, hello, Alison. I can't see who's what they say. So all those people watching, and I know I sit here like week after week, sort of doing my thing. I can't see what's said. So please forgive me if I don't respond. If you say to me, get off. I didn't see that. Well, they say, I've took a lot of cobblers, Mike. Well, we all know that. So worry about that. I already know that. So, it'd be nice if it'd be nice to say. But I don't know. I'll have to speak to Jason about it. See what I need to do. But as Jason's locked himself away in a darkened room when this program's on, because he doesn't take responsibility for us to. He just goes in and says, they don't fuck it up.
He's a bit foolish giving us free reign over this stuff,
isn't he? Chap, Jason's a good man. I love his Argonauts. They're lovely, aren't they? Yeah, he sits there rowing away. A lot of old doors on there, quite old actually. Because they're always on the pool.
Yeah, exactly. Alison Goulding, bless your heart. She's an avid Facebook friend of mine, and she's going. I finally caught you live, Dave. Keep missing you on Facebook. So, Alison, it's lovely to see you. We've got Cockney Patriot as well, as always, gorgeous. Nice to see you. Owen, Food Alchemy. Anyone on Facebook, go over to Owen Food Alchemy and support him. He's a fantabulous chef, and he's living in Portugal right now. And, so if you want any parties done, any soirees, any funerals, any bar mitzvahs, give Owen a call. He'll come and sort you out. How's about that for a plug?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. So we've got. Go on. Sorry.
I just said before I came on. I'm only sitting in a freezing cold because I'm moving, and I don't want to put any oil in the tank, which is like I've got to spend 500 quid. I'm moving, so I've got enough to get me through for about 2 months, really. But I mean, I don't want to leave them skint. I don't want to leave them as soon as they move in, put a load of pet fuel in. So I'm sitting here like being a nice bloke. I'm such a diamond geezer. No doubt about that.
But the thing is, Mike, right? Let's just analyse what you've just said. Why are we, right, in a position in this country where the people are sat at home, right, worried about the cost of oil to put in their fuel tank, oil to put or petrol and diesel in their cars and pay their gas and electricity bills, when BP and Shell have just announced in the last 2 or 3 months they've made £5 billion profit, and they don't know what to do with it. So there is a bit of a problem here. Oh, and by the way, the commercial rate for electric, if you've got a commercial building, it's 6p a kilowatt in this country. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What the hell's going on? Why should we have to worry about that? We should be able to have, our country should have people. Hello, Alan. Lovely to see you, darling. How are you?
Can I just say, Alan, what I like the way you come on, that you've actually powdered your head. So
yes.
I'm not dazzled when you come on.
That's Bobby Blender.
Well powdered.
That's the current phone.
I can see where the battery fits.
That's the solar panel, baby.
How we doing, Alan? You seem quite chirpy. We got some good news tonight, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, listen. Let's start off with this. Is what I ended up getting from social services, a fucking book.
Hang on, before you go there, do you want to explain to everybody who's maybe just what exactly what you're going to just about? So give them a brief synopsis of what's brought you to what you're about to say.
Nice one, Mike.
So my wife Kathy has been poorly since last back end of sort of like November. And then come Christmas, she was like bedridden, and she didn't get out of bed, and she slowly got worse. I got allegedly COVID and was poorly. She caught it, and then she was admitted to hospital because she was really poorly, and her sugar levels were uncontrollable. And I was doing all her feed for her. I was doing all her insulins for her, so I was injecting her. I was doing everything for her. I was putting her feed into her stomach through a peg for her. I was doing everything. I was doing all the medication. I was doing everything. I had a list of meds that I was doing for Kath. And so she went to hospital. Anyway, cut long story short, after 2 days, they released her. And then she went poorly again, and they were back her in hospital. And then they said, "Oh, she's got on a COVID ward because she's got COVID." Blah blah blah. And then I said, "I want to see the consultant," and went into a side room with the consultant because I was quite distraught. And he said to me, "She's got COVID pneumonia." I said, "Well, she had pneumonia last year because her immune system's so shot, and she had a pneumonia the year before that. Can you explain to me what the difference is between pneumonia and COVID pneumonia?" He said, "It's a build-up of fluid on the lungs." And I said to him, "Well, you've just explained to me pneumonia. What is the difference?" And with that, he got up and walked out. So anyway, that cut long story short, and without me saying anything further, so then they decided to release her into a care home without my consent. So nobody phoned me, nobody told me, I didn't know anything about it. The hospital said, and then anyway, I got pals involved and the legal side of it. And I said, "You've got no right to do things without my consent being next to kin. You must let me know, or have the courtesy to let me know, at least have the decency and respect." Right. So anyway, they put her into a care home. After a couple of months, she was really poorly. They've admitted her back into a hospital. But while she was in the care home, there was a meeting with social services, and they were talking about a care package, who was going to pay for this and who's going to pay for that. And she said, "Well, I've got to go away and do the figures." But I recorded the whole meeting just in case something was said that I could use at a later date. So, having said that, then what's happened, because she's in hospital now, she's been in there for 3 weeks. I then get dropped on my doorstep.
Serco. Hey, look. Service company. Serco. Service company. That's what that's.
A corporation, right, sending me papers about Kathy's pet, asking me to fill out my what I actually possess, i.e., like a welfare check. So, kind of like you're saying, they want to asset strip me.
Yeah, of course.
So, in return, I also got an email from a woman, and in the email, she says, "I haven't phoned you because you might recall me." And I thought, well, hang on a minute. Don't you work under an automated system every time we phone you? And don't you turn around and say, these phone calls are recorded at the same as what we do? Do you know what I mean?
Righto. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
So what have we got, Alan? We've got Serco Limited, a private limited company, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this the one? This is it, isn't it? This is Serco.
Serco is, yeah, it's SERCO, and they're registered. Registered Adult Care Financial Assessment and Income Collection Team.
Goodness me.
Serco Local and Regional Government Division, 2nd floor, Thomas Parker House, Silver Street, Lincoln, NLN 2 1DF. And there's a phone number, and it's Customer Finance FABT at Lincolnshire.com, whatever it is. But yeah, as I put up, it's all run by a money grabbing organisation that records show they are profoundly bad at running any public service.
Cool.
And the millions and millions and millions that is poured into this company is quite disgraceful.
Look at how many Sercos we've got, and I'll stop sharing the screen. Look, Serco. My goodness, these are all private limited companies, ladies and gentlemen. So what that means is it means that the profits are stripped out of that private limited company and they're probably feathered off abroad or into some shareholders' pocket. It's disgusting what's happened with our NHS, Alan. Anyway, go on, mate. Sorry, Karen, I just wanted to share that.
So anyway, I got this letter from this Rachel, who is frightened to speak to me on the phone because she now knows she's got something to hide, because she won't speak to me in case I record something that she doesn't want me or Joe Public to know.
There you go.
And also the fact that what we did then, because I'm under a limited company, I approached you and said to you and Mikey, I said, what can I do regarding my status under this, or whatever the case may be, or what can I do with this being the NHS free at the point of delivery? And though our contributions have been paid through all our lives, why are we paying, or why are we being asset stripped by a public company? And so therefore, you did this thing for me, didn't you? I'll let you explain it.
Yeah, so what we did, this I'm not going to mention the woman's name that works for social services, but Alan let me know what was going on, and we put this kind of notice together, and we knocked that up in about half hour yesterday, and I sent it over to Al, emailed it to him, and he sent it pretty much ASAP straight to this individual to social services. But I don't know the outcome of that. I don't know what the response has been, if we've had any responses so far. Hopefully, Alan, you haven't had no response yet.
Nothing at all.
Right, okay.
Absolutely gone quiet, and it's like almost gone into the old taxi drivers in London used to say, after Rimbo, we're so quiet, we used to call it kipper season, as if everyone was sleeping. So it's gone a little bit dormant at the moment. So obviously somebody's banging some heads together and they're trying to work out what is their next move. So what we do is we persist with this, right?
Yeah.
And we keep the limited status going because, you know, we're in the same realms as what they are.
Absolutely right, brother. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we've hit with the first notice, and then the second notice is going to be a notice of intent.
Have you got anything you can put up on what we've done?
Yeah, sure. Let me just find it, and then I'll share it. Do we want to let the enemy know what we're doing? But I don't mind. I don't suppose they are watching, but they could be, because my stuff.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think why not? Why not?
Right.
You got nothing to hide, have you? Nothing to hide.
So what I did, I sent this. Who did we send this to yesterday? Hang on.
The woman, didn't you?
Yeah. All right. That's it. Let's have a look. Right. Okay. So let me just come back and screen share. We'll come to you in a sec, Dave. Nice to see you in the house, my fruit. I hope you ain't got any fireworks on you tonight. Yeah. So right. So we're screen sharing. So what we did, we put this together. This is a nice little notice. It says Office of, and I'll put this together myself, Office of the Director, sole beneficiaries, SKV 1666, private and lawful, and Alan's details there with his company number. It says notice in England and Wales, we the beneficiaries of the trusts and estates in the jurisdiction of England and Wales serve notice on the Crown, its agent and allegiance. As of the 6th of the 5th, 2022, I, as a compound fact, Alan Philip Merritt and Kathleen May Merritt do revoke ab initio any Crown agent or allegiant, any presumed authority to be acting in the interest of the above estates and trusts. The Law of Property Act 1925 forbids any iniquity or mischief in promises of any form or conspiracy to commit an offence any natural person. We require, as per right, that the NHS Trust continues in its duty and obligation to administer care within the scope of its policies, as per trust, without attempting to harm or damage the beneficiaries of the trust or estates which are private in nature. It is a criminally indictable offence to commit fraud that violates the Coronation Oath and the Bill of Rights 1689, still statutory law and in full force. We hope the above clearly inform you of our position as beneficiaries, and no beneficiary can be harmed in equity. Equity will not suffer a wrong without a remedy. Equity imputes any intent to fulfil an obligation. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. Creatus a do viit, which means natural creature of God, on and for behalf of the director. Copies have been forwarded to the Lord Chief Justice of England and Wales. So that is what currently this individual's sat on. So, yeah, I think it's a hot potato for him, Al.
Yeah, really brilliantly done, to be truthful, Dave. I mean,
can I before that? Can I just say they're probably still sitting there trying to work out what the fuck you're talking about?
Well,
they won't have a clue, will they? I mean, that's coming. That's saying it as it is. She ain't got a clue what it is. She's had to give it out to someone and said, "What's he talking about?"
Well, but see, the thing is, ignorance of the law is no excuse. The law of England is very clear. Trust and equity is the top. That's it. The equity courts in this country are the highest courts in the land. Although they don't actually operate in true equity anymore, because they seem to think this monetary system is the equity. It's not. What the equity is the property. That's what equity is. But yeah, equity, if you want it to go to the highest court in the land before they merged with the Royal Courts of Justice, it was equity. But when you learn the maxims of equity, here, I'll share this again just briefly, and then we'll bring Dave in. She might think that we're talking nonsense. Well, I don't care, because ignorance of the law is no excuse. So here we go. We've got maxims. We've got equity maxims, right? This is the maxims of equity, and this is the Oxford reference. I mean, what they're going to say, Oxford Dictionary and Oxford are fucking idiots. They're not. These are the scholars. These are the people that come out of these places, Oxford and Cambridge. So equity acts in personam. Equity acts on the conscience. Equity aids the vigilant. Equity will not suffer a wrong without remedy. Equity will not allow a person who is considered as having a good claim to be denied the right to sue, right? So if this woman what goes on with this, in equity, Alan has the right to sue. Equity follows the law, i.e. equity follows the rules of common law unless there is good reason to the contrary. Now, this is black and white. All their statutes are black and white. They can't circumvent them. They can't walk around them. This is the law of the land, and this is lawful. And that's where they come unstuck. And they're going to come unstuck because that little notice that we've sent, they're going to have trouble to move unless they're going to act in inequity, which is outside the law. So it says here, he who seeks equity must do equity. He who comes to equity must come with clean hands. Now, if they come to Alan and say, well, look, equitably, you might have all this money in the bank. Well, the money's got no value. So if the money's got no value and it's just a promise to pay, all you've got to say to them equitably, what can I pay with? There is nothing equitably that I have, i.e. gold and silver, that I can pay this with, because I can make a promise. I can make a promise today. And that's what they don't like, in this inner knowledge and this inner depth. I think they go quiet for a bit. They might come back with a load of nonsense, but we're going to ignore that. We're going to issue the notice of intent. And then once we've issued the notice of intent, and that is asking them, what do they intend to do? Do they intend to asset strip Alan and his wife? What's their intent? And after that, they get a default notice. Then if they ever try to go to court and they take Alan to court and serve Alan with court papers, Alan just sends them his time served equitable bundle. And with the inaudible notice that we're going to send along with that, what's his name come in the other month with, mate, there ain't no one going to move on him. There's no one going to move on him unless they're going to break the law.
Could you pay with a promissory note?
There's all sorts, Mike. People say it's nonsense. You'll ring a company up and say, no, we don't accept that. The City of London, there are companies in the City of London that fly the flags on their buildings. They don't part. If a company owns another company down the road £1 million, they don't part with their cash. They just write a promissory note out to one another. That's it. So if it's good enough for the banking sector and good enough for them, and it's the law of the land, Lord Denning said any promissory note properly instrumented and properly done must be treated as cash. So if they don't accept it, say to them, send me my cash back then, because that's your cash. You're a private banker then, you see. We all have the ability to be a private banker, and don't try and turn that one around. Anyway, how we doing, Debbie, baby? What are you sucking on? A big Havana?
No, mate. No, just a Hamlet.
A Hamlet. Oh, yes. Nice.
I'm leaving the big ones alone.
How we doing, though? You got any fireworks for this year?
I will have in November, yeah. Hopefully I'll have the ones back from Charing Cross. I'm hoping they destroy them, to be honest with you. because they're supposed to contact me once a month, and the
For
last
what?
time, well, because they're doing a big investigation into me, evidently.
Oh, I know. Okay.
That was the last conversation I had with them in December at Charing Cross.
Oh,
Funny enough, the case manager is working out of my local Nick at Topona Police Station. He's an inspector, believe it or not.
oh, blimey.
Yeah, so he said there's an inquiry going on. We're looking into a few things, which is fair enough. Inquire away.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're supposed to give me an update once a month.
Oh,
We're now in May, aren't we?
oh, so they've not bothered.
They've not spoke to me since I phoned them in December.
Oh, aren't they lovely?
You know, he just turned around and said to you about his son being an inspector with work.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Right? Did you know that his own son sectioned him?
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's worse than the Nazi party, man.
Yeah. It was the bank owed me 400 quid. I noticed that there was a transaction done for £400, and I said, "It's all right, just put the £400 back." And they went, "Oh no, we can't do that. We need to look into it," like they do. And then I went through all the rigmarole that you do of going to the Financial Services Ombudsman, who are any ombudsman, as you probably know. Chocolate ashtrays got more use.
Yeah.
Than it anyway. So, but the Ombudsman, funny enough, ruled in my favour. So I sent that to Nationwide, and a year later, they still hadn't paid me. And I just got up one morning and I thought, right, today's the fucking day. I'm having my 400 quid back. You know, when you wake up and you just think, yeah, today's the day. So I went over to the bank at 9 o'clock, which is just across the road from me because I live on the seafront, Worthing. And I went in the bank. I said, and I saw the manager in there, and he knew what it was about. But branches can't deal with this sort of thing anymore, can they? It's all done on the phone and head offices, etc. And he said, "Well, you know, it's the head office, David. It's not me." I said, "Yeah, I know who it is." I said, "But my account's here." I said, "And I'm going to go home. I'm going to make a flask, and I'll be back in an hour. And I'll be sat outside your bank telling everyone what's gone on. I'll do it on a live stream," which I did. And I got arrested the first day after about 3 hours, something like that. I was outside live streaming. And my brief came down at midnight from Islington to Durrington custody suite, got me out, NFA'd me. They NFA'd me because there's nothing. You know what I mean?
No further action for those at home that don't know.
Yeah. No further action. And when I come out at 1:45, my brief said, "Oh, you'll be going back in the morning, Dave, wouldn't you?" I went, "Yeah." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "I'm going back there every day until that 400 quid's back." The next day, went in down there, flask of coffee, live streamed, and coppers come again after about an hour and a half, and they nicked me again. Took me to Durrington custody suite, but this time they got some psychiatrists, 3 psychiatrists came in, and they said, "You're going to, we're taking you to, where was it? Just up the top of the road here. Not been there before." Anyway, they sectioned me to Swandean Hospital mental health unit. That was on the Thursday.
Shit.
And I do a bit of business with Clive, or I was, and Clive managed to get hold of different people, got hold of my missus, etc., my brief and that. And Clive come down to see me on the Friday afternoon, and he said, "You won't believe what they've done. Who sectioned you, Dave?" And I went, "Go on," because I knew it wouldn't be my missus, Lisa. He went, "It's your Ross." I went, "How the fucking hell's Ross sectioned me? He's not my next of kin." And he put himself down as my next of kin, the cheeky little fucker. Yeah.
Oh my.
But anyway, that got ironed out. But luckily, when you go in there, I mean, I have a go bag. I've always got one from my forces days, just down the side of my office, down the side of my desk here. And I had my go bag with me out there, you know, my nice foldable chair and all that, all my stuff, this, my phone and all that. And in my go bag happens to be a couple of military grade thunder flashes. Yeah, they aren't illegal; they're perfectly legal to buy. You can buy from one of my surplus stores. So I had 2 thunder flashes in my go bag, 3 meters of rope, if you don't mind, nylon rope.
He's the milk train man.
Yeah, different bits and bobs in there, little tricks. And they never even searched it in the mental health unit. And I took that to my room that they gave me.
Did you let me off?
Yeah.
So
if I had have actually been off my canister or off my nut or ill, as some people might prefer to hear it, I had enough rope to hang the whole fucking mental health unit, 3 meters. And I could have set these. In fact, at one point on the Saturday, because you kept your mobile phone, and I live streamed the whole thing in the garden, walking around the reception. All the nurses sat on their asses doing crosswords and all that was live streamed. And I got a bit bored on the Saturday. By about Saturday afternoon, I was getting a bit bored. And I said to Clive, you know what I'm going to do? Because I've got a high-vis jacket in the go bag as well. I said, I'm going to stick my high-vis jacket on. I'm going to get one of the thunder flashes out. I'm going to run into the big centre where they're all sat drinking coffees and all that. Everyone's sat about, you know, like a rest area. I'm going to sling a thunder flash in there. I'm going to shout, "Run for your lives, HS2!" He would say, "You'll never get out." He would say, "You'll never get out, please." I would hear, it'll be some content for TikTok.
You should go Allah Akbar. You should have gone Allah Akbar. No,
exactly. Anything like that, just for a bit of content for social media. Clive talked me out of it. He said, "Dave, can't you go and clean some windows instead?" He said, "Those windows look filthy." I said, "They do actually, didn't I? Don't they?" And I said, "Right, nurse, come on." I said, Clive said, "Can I speak to her, Dave?" I went, yeah. I said, "My mate wants to speak to you." He said, "Do me a favour, can you get him some cleaning materials? Let him clean them windows." He said, "Otherwise, I don't know what he's going to do." And she went, "Yeah, no." She went, "What? He wants to clean the windows?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "They're filthy." And they were fucking minging. So I cleaned the windows for them that go out into the garden, you know, the patio doors and all that. Got to keep yourself busy when you're in those places because there's absolutely nothing to do, you know what I mean? Although you're not allowed to make a cup of tea because of the boiling water.
No.
So I did get them at it. Every half hour. I said, "Oh, I do fancy a cup of tea," because I do love a brew. I said, "I do fancy every half hour."
There is a bit
by
of the
Monday morning. There
is a bit of the George Formby.
By Monday morning. Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that. Funny you should say that, fella.
When I'm cleaning windows, I earn
See you later. Lady comes by. Oh me, oh my.
Hang on a sec. What are you doing with your head?
So I'm playing the guitar, son. So Monday morning came and we did an online meeting, Zoom meeting, with me, the missus, Clive, the senior mental health man, whatever you want to call him, and a nurse who was the manager at the unit I was in. And they went, "Mr. Swift, you're going." And they said, "Pack your bags, fuck off home. Don't come back. There's nothing wrong with you, and you're driving us fucking mental." I said, "Mate, I've been putting up with this for 61 years, mate. Don't have to tell me that."
This fucker, Dave, the other night, I was speaking to him on the phone in the car. I fucking nearly crashed me into the car. He had me in such fits of laughter. My fucking belly was aching, and I rocked backwards and forwards. And I hit the fucking brake button instead of the fucking accelerator button. I nearly went through the fucking window.
Mate, I just fell off my fucking chair.
Are we doing the bingo tonight? Are we doing the bingo or what?
We might as well. Mike sat there in the cold. It might warm him up if he wins.
I want to ask you something, Dave. Dave. Oops, Daisy. That's a ceiling.
Yes.
It needs a paint. See that down in that corner?
Yeah.
Needs a coat of paint.
Right.
Right. Just a second. Let me do this. See if I can do it that. It's getting smaller and smaller, this office.
Right. Can I ask you why I got a flag about Queens on the back there? That's
my battalion. What are you on about?
I just wonder what it was, that's all. I thought
you battalion flag.
I don't know, Compton Street branch or something, you know.
Battalion, the Queen Regiment, mate.
I can't. It's all I can read is quick. I can't. It's back to front on the camera. It's back to front on the camera.
Yeah, well, it will be because it's the camera trickery, isn't it? It's the right way round
That
here.
was all trickery. Dave, that was so funny, mate.
What I'd have to do is if I wanted it to have the right way round, I'd have to turn the flag round so it's back to front here.
Yeah.
And then my OCD had ticketed and someone
There ain't many like you, fella. Fuck me. I'll never forget carrying them fucking fireworks.
Fireworks.
We was in London, weren't we? And I thought,
have you all got your cards? Have you all got your cards? Eyes down looking. Anyway, Dave, I want to ask you a question on a serious note, actually. Because Alan sent me that paperwork that you did via email. I could read through it. So I've done a bit of research on that, only on that bit of paperwork, because there's quite a bit of Latin on there, which I do like. Being a grammar school boy, we do like our Latin. But when I was a young boy, when I was a young boy, when I was a young boy, when I come out of the forces, I started a private pension. My first private pension I started in 1990, about 1992, 91, 92. I think it was 92. And it's here, one of them. The first one I ever did is right there.
Right, okay.
Yeah, the proof.
Yeah.
And because I'm an old man now, not a young boy anymore, when I became 60, my private pensions, I've got 3 of them, and I never joined them together. Does that make sense? Like you could put them all into one. And I always thought, well, if you put them all together and it all goes tits up, you've lost everything, haven't you?
Yeah.
Whereas if you keep everything like a bit here and a bit there, you've got half a chance, because you never know with these fucking bankers, Steve.
Can I just say something? Can I just stop you ever? That's a bit silly. That's why I'm thinking about it, I may say, because if you put them all together, you've got more of investment. Now, investments work like this. Supposing you bought 100 shares in BP at £1, right? Yeah. And £1, and all of a sudden, so you put 50, so you put £100, and you got £100, and they drop down to 80 pence. So you've lost 20% of your equity, right? Yeah. But the following week, they might go up to 130. So basically, you can lose. Of course, you can lose, but you've always got the same amount of units, and they fluctuate. So never worry about, oh my God, I'm going to lose money, unless you're something completely fucking stupid, like you're betting on Putin or someone. I mean, your investment is usually pretty safe. So I won't worry about it. So I would lump them all together, give yourself a bigger investment, or get better return.
No, it's not your money, so you can go and lump all yours together and fill your boots.
And I was in financial services, so I know.
I'm very pleased for you. But listen, I've got a little bit of digital currency, but it's not all the same one. I've got 3 different digital currencies. Yeah.
Oh, like Bitcoin and all that sort of thing.
2 of them, I bought it at Bitcoin when it was 1,700 quid, just over £1,700 a coin. And they're currently the last time I look daily. I haven't looked today yet because I do it in the evenings. And yesterday there were 38,800.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Fucking gone mental, isn't it?
It's gone.
They were showing me the other day. We was talking me through it, and I was watching the graphs, and I was watching them.
I bought a bit of
people in the city sitting there watching them fucking screens all fucking day long, watching it go up and fucking down, and then watching the graph where it moves. What you start with, what you could fucking escalate to, it depended how long you would. See, if you put, say, hypothetically, £100 in, and you get £200, right? You're going to take your fucking £100 out, aren't you? And maybe leave £100 there because you doubled your money.
Well, I bought some. I bought some of Elton. You know Elton Musk, the geezer who bought Twitter for 44 billion. That one.
Elton John. Yeah, Elton John.
Elton Musk, not the John one. No, not that one. That one.
Elon Musk.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Elton Musk. Yeah, he's like Elton John, but Elton John goes like that. Elton Musk goes like that. Tesla, Mr. Tesla. Yeah. I bought a bit of his Dogecoin when it was nothing, and last week the market went mental. You know when he bought Twitter?
Yeah.
The whole mark when he actually signed the deal and the 44 million went west, the whole digital currency market went nuts. I've never seen it like it. Not just Dogecoin, because I thought when I saw Dogecoin went up 33.7% for nearly 8 hours.
These ain't government regulated currencies either, are they?
Oh yeah, no, it comes under the you have to declare. It all comes under capital gains as far as that. They can't regulate it as they can a bank. No, they can't, because most of them are in either some Panama, maybe registered in Panama, or where else can we think of? Gibraltar. Quite a few of them are registered. You understand me? So yeah, they're never. That's why. Everybody said digital currency, they're going to crash it and they're going to shut it all down. Good luck with that. That's like trying to shut down
the Bank of England. The Bank of England.
Trying to shut down the internet.
The Bank of England, the Bank of England, the Fed, and the Federal Reserve are both going to bring out their own sort of separate currencies.
It's already the Bank of England, yeah.
Bring out their own currency, another currency similar to this, and the American Bank, Fed's going to do it. So there'll be opportunities. Whether it takes off on like Bitcoin, as I don't know, but I was off.
It won't. I was
off of Bitcoin when there was 650 quid.
Your fiat. Well, it started off at 22 cents, mate. That's when you should have really got into it.
Yeah, peanuts.
You know
yeah, nothing. And you could,
but anyway, fiat currency as we know it, which is your promissory note, as the man said upstairs, which is a belief system, and that's all it is. You believe a tenner's worth a tenner, whereas in fact, if you go and put a tenner's worth of diesel in it in your car, 78% of that goes straight to the tax man. So you don't actually get 10 quid worth of diesel, do you? You know what I mean? So that's very easy to work it out. And China's already launched theirs 12 months ago. China launched their
credit system.
Yeah. So the Bank of England or the United Kingdom, the pound digital will always be playing catch up, and they will never catch up, not in a million years. And they know that, and they're trying to work out how they can manipulate it before they open the market up for themselves. You know
well, the Chinese want the yuan. The Chinese want the yuan to be the predominant currency in the world to overtake the dollar. And they've tried it, and it doesn't happen because dollars.
Say that again, over.
The yuan, the Chinese currency, yuan.
Yeah.
They've tried for ages, been trying and continue trying to make the yuan the dominant world currency. But because oil is bought in dollars, which is basically what it's all about, they can't do it. No one's going to do it. So they are becoming increasingly more aggressive, if you like, in the way they go about their business practices and making it very difficult. What is America going to do then when fiat currency goes? Well, under Biden, nothing. Nothing.
No, Biden won't be there. Biden won't be there, mate. He won't
Trump
be there.
Put up with it.
Listen, it might not even be Trump 70, 73, 74?
He's 78, isn't it? 70, he'll be 78. When is it 78 or he's 76 now? He'll be 78, same age as Biden. But when Biden,
76, is he?
Yeah, well, when Donald Trump was walking down the steps and was stumbled at it, they said he needs to be impeached because he's obviously going a bit gaga. Okay, Biden, who is gaga, has not been impeached. So what's that tell you?
Well, it is what it is. It doesn't really bother me because it's American. I don't fucking live there. I live right here.
That's a bit of a strange thing to say because without the strength of America, we're in the shit we're in right now around the world. So you can't just wipe your hands and say America without America, go fuck yourself. Basically, no. With America, when America is strong, the world is safe. That's a fact. Yeah, but it is. Okay.
Don't tell that to the Ukrainians.
Would this have happened under Trump? Would this have happened under Trump? Would this have happened under Trump?
One at a time.
Well, would it have happened under Trump? No, it wouldn't have done. It wouldn't have happened under Trump. It wouldn't have happened under Trump. This situation the world's in at the moment with Putin would not have happened under Trump.
No, I know it wouldn't. The deal was already done before Trump left office. however you want to put it.
But it's not about what the deal was and what the deal is. It's how it is right now, and the situation is the situation is right now. It would be a lot easier and a lot more manageable if Trump was still president. That's
of course, 100%. You wouldn't be if Trump was still president, which he unfortunately is not. But if he was, we wouldn't. Ukraine wouldn't be in this position.
Well, exactly. But whilst we all support the Ukraine aren't exactly like shining stars of cleanliness. They're as corrupt as everybody else, and that's where Biden's son Hunter was doing a lot of deals, was being paid out by Ukrainian businesses, and which includes the big fella on 10%. The big fella has now been found out to be Joe Biden. Joe Biden now should be impeached for being a thief, a liar, and a fraudster.
Of course he should.
And that's a fact. So, but why isn't he? Because
this is this strong country you're talking about.
I'm sorry?
This is this strong country you're talking about.
Yeah, well, that's the point I'm making. The point I'm making, if America was strong and had all the he's gone. Is he gone?
No, I'm here. We're here. I've just put this up on the screen.
Because I can't see it, Dave, because there's a ticker in the way. I can't see it. I can't see it. So as far as Hunter Biden's concerned, who's probably the most he's the number one son in America. He's a corrupt, thieving bastard who really should be in prison along with his father, and that's a fact because there's so much proof now. Not only is he Gaga, he's a criminal. And he's still president, and they won't impeach him because the woke lefty lobbies over there are in power, and the press is on his side, the FBI is on his side, Homeland Security is on his side. Me and Dave had a conversation this morning. It's not just as bad as that. It's going to get worse because they're going to have a Ministry of Truth. Now, a Ministry of Truth is going to be like this is 1984. It genuinely is like 1984. So as whilst we've got an America in the state we're in, we are all unsafe. When America is strong, and like when Reagan came back and got rid of Jimmy Carter, all of a sudden America had a spine and a backbone, and nobody went, "We're not going to fuck about with this guy because he won't put up with it." And he did, and they didn't put up. I mean, Gorbachev brought down the walls in West Germany. They got rid of the Soviet Union. It became the Social Federal Republic. So all that. So it all changed under a strong American president. What you've got now isn't a strong American president. What you've got now is a weak Gaga man who's completely lost the plot. He's the commander-in-chief, leader of the free world, and the man should be arrested, along with Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi, because neither of those three.
Slow down. He's losing it. I misheard you.
I like the way you hold that close to your mouth. It looks very, very, very becoming.
I need to.
Don't lick your lips. Do not lick your lips.
Dave, can I just ask, Dave, what was the question? What was the question?
I know that's what I was starting to think myself. Funny enough, I thought we've gone off here a bit on a tangent. But no. I thought you'd said America was a strong country, but it's not at the moment, is it?
Not now.
It's very, very weak.
That's not the question. What was the question?
That's Biden's fault. But anyway, so with Alan, with his little thing you wrote, right? So I've got some things down here on my little pension pot here, the small one, that I wasn't going to touch, to be honest with you. But I'll tell you what happened is I took this out in train crash. You got it, Jesus. Jesus, fuck me, we got Jesus in. You people get some fellas in here, didn't you? Hey, Jesus in.
He's lovely.
He's his old man in as well.
Yeah, we love Jesus Jones. He's a top boy. You'd love him, actually. He's proper dude.
Last time I saw him, it was like that.
You didn't see him. Anyway, go on.
He was in the church on a big wooden thing, honestly. It was like that.
Dave, what was the question?
And the thing is that limited company that you're turning Alan into, yeah?
Well, he's
you're
already there.
Alan into... Sorry?
He's done it. He's already limited. He's incorporated.
Yeah. So you're saying to me that will protect his cash.
Yeah, there is a part of your limited company. If you read it, it says this is a place for you to put. You can put property into it. You can identify the property and put it into your limited company. However, that might not be a wisest thing to do, because if you don't file a financial statement every year with the company's house,
Yeah.
I've got a limited company, but not myself as a person.
Yeah,
you know?
no, it's just a name. So what we do is we're starting these limited companies, and we're hiding behind. We're not hiding. We're doing what these corporations do. When you
But
get,
it's more the person than the business.
it's
Yeah,
no,
so
we're on a level.
you're limiting his liability.
Yeah, for 200 quid, and we're bringing him back into England and Wales. You see, now Alan's down as the director as being English and living in England, not the UK corporation.
Okay.
So,
Well, see this little bit of money here. It's not a lot of money. I'd fucking burn it rather than give it to the tax man or anyone else. My first wife tried to get her hands on it,
right,
because when you were married, yeah, even though I've been divorced a lifetime, yeah. Literally, I was married for 17 years to her. And when I was married to her, and I was married to her in 1992 when I took this out, because we moved to Spain a year, 6 months later.
right.
And I paid, I think it was it was 19 or 21 pounds a month. It wasn't a lot of money. It was a lot of money then in 92. It was a lot of money then. You know what I mean?
So I guess you're trying to say is you want the cash that's in that little pension pot, yeah?
Oh, I can get the cash. That's not a problem.
What
I've got to do is, I've got a bit of paperwork here that I need to sign it, fill in. Yeah. And they'll
Dave, how much you got in there? How much is it worth?
Not a lot. 6,000. It was at one point 7,560. Right. But what it was doesn't matter, does it?
Well, no.
What
it's what is today?
What it's worth today, up until the 17th of May, it's worth £6,029.80p.
Yeah,
let's not air them bits on air, because someone might hack you and try and get your stuff.
Yeah,
so
can I just
fucking good luck with that. Fucking hell, mate.
Can I just
Bring
say,
it fucking on. Listen, the Nationwide tried it for 400 quid. You reckon they're going to get away with 6 fucking grand? No chance.
No,
I will find you and I will fucking murder you.
No, I'll be right with you. Listen,
I've got
the valuation.
See that there? That gives me a little bit of a special skill set. You know what I mean?
The valuation you got right now may go up by the time you get the money. I mean, by the time they
no, it's gone down. This has gone down.
Yeah, but that's then. But that was then. But listen, that changes every day. That goes back. That changes every day.
Listen, let's have a private.
So what you've got right now isn't necessary.
Let's have a private conversation about that away from here. That's not a problem, all right? Because we're talking over one another and it's not good.
Because what I'm saying is my liability. Can you hear me or not?
Yeah.
Well, my liability at the moment, right? What I'm trying to do is this. At the moment, I've got that pot of money. Yeah. 15 under current tax laws. Yeah, you could, because of the type of my biggest policy, I get 25% tax free. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
This one, I get 1,500 quid tax free.
Hey, let's not do all this online, because I don't want anyone trying to hack all your stuff or finding your name and your details.
Good luck.
What's the point of what you're trying to say? What do you want to do with the limited company?
I want to save myself £905.96p.
How are you going to do that? And what's that all about?
What's the 900 quid they're charging you for?
20% tax.
Oh
well, just start up your limited company in your name, and then
how much do you earn a month? How much do you earn? How much do you earn a year?
Let's not do that here. Let's not do that here. Don't do that here.
Listen, the basic tax rate.
Do this privately. I don't like this. You shouldn't be doing this online, guys. You shouldn't.
I'll give you my PIN number, mate. The trouble is, you got to get my fucking credit card then to get my debit card. You know what I mean? I've done it at the cash point. People go, I can see your PIN number. I go, yeah, it's 3885. Now you've got to get the card out off me. Good luck.
Bang.
No, I do get that. I just hope you
You can
don't
have
get
my card, you won't get the PIN number. You can have the PIN number, you won't get my card. You need them both. That's
But
your
that-
problem. You have.
Hang on a second,
Understand me?
Dave. What he's saying, Dave, is at the end of the day, what he wants to know, like he's asking you, is how can he save that money being given already, another dose of money to the fucking tax man yet again?
Yes.
that's
So
not-
if you go
Because
limited,
my-
if you listen, this is going nowhere. If you go limited, what you
Yeah.
can do is you can write to the CEO of that company, the pension company,
yes.
and because you're on the same level as him, then you see you'll be the director of your own vessel, and because your limited company name is going to be your legal name, he's now a trustee and you're the beneficiary, and he's really got to do what you ask him to do. So if you tell him that if you set your limited company up and you get that all going, that would be the first port of call. Once you've done that, and Alan will probably talk you through it, then we can then talk further on the next process of how to approach these people, because you're in the implied company at the moment because you're Mr. So-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. You're the trustee, they're the beneficiary. But once you express your name in the limited company, you make it dormant, they got a bit of a problem because you're on exactly the same level as them then. They're private limited companies, and then so will you be. And this is why social services, I think, are going to start skirting around Alan and that, because they're like, this guy's a director of a limited company. He's in England and Wales. We've got to be ever so bloody careful. And I think they will be careful. I really do. So, yeah, that's the first
Having
call.
said that, yeah, it's really 69669 spear throw, you fucker.
He's spear frozen.
6969.
9666. No, it ain't, Jesus, because it's a 4-digit number, mate. So we know you're lying. I'll tell you what. I bet there's a few people got 0001.
Where'd you go, Mikey?
I was clicking on something and I lost you for a minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate.
he
Did I see Spear Pro? Go
put me up on the big screen, and you lot had all got, I don't know where you'd
Yeah,
gone.
so Dave, get your limited company. Alan will talk you through it. Become the director. Make sure that you're down as English and you're in England. Alan will talk you through it because he's been through it himself.
I know how to turn myself into a limited company. You can do it online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
You
what
can
we-
do, but you need to go through the settings of what the words you need to put in. You need to make the company dormant, 999 dormant, and that's how Tony Blair operate. That's how Priti Patel, Boris Johnson, Richie.
Yeah, you make it
Sunak-
dormant so you don't have to do any actual returns.
Correct.
No, you don't, and you just do a confirmation statement once a year. But this is how
once a
these
year.
politicians. You will set yourself up exactly how the politicians are set up. So
So let me just come back to what we're doing with the social. So I haven't contracted and I haven't consented to anything. So there's
Good.
no contract, there's no nothing, and there's no compound signatures, because now on I sign everything as a compound signature.
compound fact.
Compound
Happy
fact.
days. Yeah, it's a compound fact. It's proper.
Compound signature is something to do with music. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's called syntaxing. It's proper grammar. It's proper sentence structure with all the bits and bobs. It's a very.
Two colons, a slash, and 2 colons.
Yeah,
Maybe 2 colons at the end.
yeah, syntax. It's like you can break words down, like recording, the re, and then the chording. It's you'll see it. So yeah, I don't know all about the syntaxing thing, and you can
And
go.
what I would do is I would put 2 colons, Alan, then I put / Philip, 2 colons, Merit, and 2 colons at the end.
Yeah. Well, look, here's a quick one before we move on. Mike got himself Michael Simon's Reynolds Limited quite a few months ago, and we went up to London on the train, and he stood on the train with the parking ticket in his hand, and it was too late, obviously, to go back. When we got back from London, obviously, he had a ticket on his van, on his car, and he sent them an email. And it was dropped the next day. They went, yeah, no worries, we've cancelled it all. Thank you very much for your for letting us know. That's because they've looked at him and thought, fuck me, he's a limited company. We don't know who the director is. We don't know who the trustee is. We don't know who the beneficiary is. We don't even know how many people are in this company. So that's why they run them all. That's why they run them all. And don't forget, after all, they're only limited companies. That's all they are. They're just limited companies. Boris Johnson himself is a limited company. That's it.
Even the courts are.
Even the courts are limited.
It's certainly a fucking liability.
And some of the courts are registered in fucking Portugal.
Yeah.
Anyway, fellas, listen.
480 odd things. Charles found out how many limited court companies there are, and what they do is if you put them in common law, or if you serve them paper, sometimes what they do, they move it from one area to another. So, like with Angie, hers was at the magistrates at Liverpool. Now they moved it, her next case, to Bootle, a different limited company. So that's how they're trying to get out of it, because they're part of the just part of the money making machine.
It's disgusting.
I know.
Got somebody from the Navy in, look, Kerry Ann. Entering vessels and all that.
Well, that's what we are. We're on the high seas of commerce. You're on the high.
Well, anyway, listen, I came here for a proper shootout with proper men. Yeah, like Colonel Custer. You know what I mean?
Have you been doing DIY? Is that you're doing DIY?
Have you seen his fruitcake on TikTok?
No.
What?
He's absolutely fucking mental. He gets all the fucking. I'm thinking he's a budding actor. He wanted to be a budding actor.
Our biggest TikTok from last year has hit over 100 million hits.
Has it?
Yes, mate. Listen, do you do a bit of social media?
Not really. I just speak my mind.
How much did you earn?
Instagram and that sort of stuff. You know what I mean?
How much did you get? Did you make a lot of money out of that?
Yeah. Viralhawk.com. Yeah. They sold it. Listen, do you remember have you seen the black Ferrari F12 Berliner on the side of the road? There's a geezer like that looking at it. Someone walks past him and goes like this. You can't park that there, mate.
No, you've not seen it.
No.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. You know what he's talking about. He's made a TikTok of somebody having a praying in a mud. So what he's done.
I see. Yes.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Is that you, Dave? Is that you?
Yeah, you would have done with. I mean, there's probably 150 million. I stopped counting last December.
Did you get money for that, Dave? Did you get money for that?
We done that on the 14th of November, coming back from a Veterans Sunday.
He was with me.
Was coming down. Well, I was with Al. Yeah, me and Al was in his Scooby Doo bus. Funny enough, Kerry's seen it. There you go. You've all seen it. So anyway, was coming back, and this F12 Berliner is parked in the side of the hedge. He slid it and jumped off the road.
Yeah.
And I said to Clive, said, that's a Ferrari, Dave's come off the road. I went, fuck off, Clive, please. He went, honestly, I said, turn it round, we're TikToking it. And we stopped, and I said, just stand next to the motor, going like that. I said, and say whatever you want when I walk by. So I walked past with my phone, filming it. I went, and as I walked past, I went, you can't park that there, mate. And Clive went, fuck off!
Yeah, remember, I see that. Yeah. I see that.
Yeah. Well, that's Big Clive. Yeah, that's Big Clive.
Yeah,
and we do the veteran. Well, we're doing the veterans coffee at the time and all that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, that was about, I don't know. We done the parade, didn't we, Al? And then I suppose about 1 o'clock after 1, 2 o'clock maybe. And yeah, that was me, Jesus. Yeah, you're only the little Jesus. I am fucking God, son. I'm your dad. Hello to Daddy.
Well, those that don't know, for those that don't know this guy, he has no control over this thing here. It's called.
No, it's not connected.
It's not connected to anything. He's got no control over it. He's a raving fucking nutter.
Oh yes, solo. This is all hands solo, not him. Yeah.
I was an accessory to that man carrying fireworks on a London bus.
Yes, he was. Yeah,
we were there, weren't we?
We were that. With him sat in the fucking pie and mash, eating pie and mash with him down his fucking
Yeah.
back.
You stuck it down my back.
All four of us.
He did. Mike did.
You stuck it
Yeah,
down my back.
He did. He did it.
Remember the
He
mask?
did it.
No, no, he did. Well, that's what I said. Him. There.
Him.
Him.
Emma.
It was him. It was him, Your Honour.
Alan,
Fucking
you got a point at
guilty.
Michael.
Oh,
Who was it? Was it?
It
No,
was
you can't
fucking
go the other way
Your
up.
Honour.
It was
I wouldn't
him.
have glanced anybody up. It
It
was
was
him.
you. It was you.
Ah.
Set you down.
Anyway,
So anyway,
moving on. How do we think this voting's going to go in England? Then is it just another muck
Which
up?
one?
Voted. Did anybody vote? You know.
local elections.
I never voted.
I didn't vote.
Right, who are we fucking sentencing? Come on.
The cunts have got
Fucking
everything.
send something. Let's send some of these fuckers down. Boris, 20 years, take him away. Next,
You've got more problems than
Hang
Tommy
about.
Cooper.
guilty. Next, bring them on. I could do all 650 of them. Or 40,
Hang on a
whatever
sec.
it is.
Hang on. Cut.
That's fucking funny, Dave. That is fucking funny. That is
Well,
funny.
listen, I saw a job. Listen, I saw a job in the NHS. I nearly applied for it, right? I saw a job in the NHS, okay, and it was gender assessor, assessing
You could be
gender.
good at that.
Yeah, fuck me. Imagine this, right? This is my office. I'm in Nick. First one. Can I have the first one in, please? Right, walks in, I don't know, dress or a skirt. Yeah, a dress or a trousers. Drop your trousers, bloke. Next. Next one comes in, skirt on, geezer trying to fucking have you over. Lift your skirt up, bloke. Next one. I'll be fucking brilliant at it. But it was about 150,000 a year. I reckon I could do them all the whole week. I reckon I could do it about a morning. I just have them queued up.
I like that. You got a gavel.
Yeah,
He's
you
got-
ain't.
Listen,
you want to
I'll
see
get
this
you all at it
Turks
now.
and Hexes-
I'll get you all at it now. See this gavel? Earned a few quid with this gavel.
How's that?
Where do you think this gavel's from then? Have a look at it. Have a good look.
A shit.
No. There's the
School.
handle.
School.
No. I'll
Oh,
fucking
auction.
freak you all out.
Auction. Auction gavel.
Nope. No,
Oh.
auction gavel's round or it's a stopper type.
Oh.
This is from a Masonic lodge.
No, would you nick
He's
it?
a fucking Mason! Run!
Did you nick it, Dave? Did you borrow it temporarily?
No, the shop we've got up the road. I do a bit of. We've got a business called iTech, and we had a customer die, and his missus bought up a load of gear. You know, like all the old charger leads that we want them. We've only got about fucking 400,000 of old ones. You know what I mean? So she brings all this stuff up, and that had to be in there.
Fuck's that.
Noddy,
What's that, Mikey?
Noddy. That's Noddy.
I thought you wanted to say because you look a bit like Big Ears, right?
I've got Ronnie Colbett's fucking golf clubs here.
Yeah, look, see,
Oh,
we've all
we
got
start the competition. Okay, we start the competition. I'll be back in a minute.
Ronnie Colbett popped in earlier and he dropped these off and he's
There you
out the brand, he's at the walk home. Fuck yeah, leave his clubs here. Fuck's sake, unbelievable.
He's going to fucking do something there. Watch.
We've only got 10 minutes left of the show, ladies and gentlemen, and it's been very fun so far. We're having a lovely, lovely time.
Right. Dave just told me to bring these in.
Postman Pat, look,
Oh, hang on, it's Davina.
Postman Pat.
Hoping Pat, right? And you know we're not allowed to murder people, but to some people who'd like to pull limb from limb. One of my lovely ladies, Pauline, sent me this in, right? She's one of our guests or one of our friends on Loquacious Live, right? This is brilliant. Clive used to drive me mental on the Loquacious Live that we do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, folks. 2000 hours. You can see me tomorrow doing all this at 2000 hours with that fella up there. But this one's brilliant, right? Because you can fucking start pulling it from you can even pull its fucking head off. Ha! You know what I mean? Get rid of a bit of frustration, mate. So there you go. You can even put, Boris stick his head on back to front. You wouldn't notice a difference, would you? You know what I mean? Anyway, Dave's back. Go on, what can we do for you now?
It says here, Daily Mail Online, polling stations shut across the UK. Boris looks to survive a Partygate backlash. Who cares? I don't really care.
Cool.
What we're saying here is we need them made in the shape of Boris. If you can do that, Dave, that'd be lovely.
Have you got a deal?
You've got two choices, haven't you? You've got vote for Labour, vote for Conservative, or don't vote at all and get Labour or Conservative.
Oh, well, as soon as you put it like that, yeah, let's get down there.
You know what I mean? How many, just out of interest, let me ask you a question, right? The United Kingdom, how many parties do you think there are, political parties?
Oh,
in total?
There's probably
loads isn't actually a number.
Over 100.
Over 100? Yeah, go on, keep going.
500.
Are we guessing? Is it guess the number? Is it?
Yeah,
can we get within sort of, I don't know, 50?
Well, no, it's not because you've got all the independents as well who form their own.
Well, they are, yeah, they're political parties.
It's probably a couple of thousand. It's probably a couple of thousand.
No, it's not as many as that. In fact,
33.
but it's 408.
Fuck me, I went far when I said 500.
No, you weren't far out 500, but you was more than 50 out. But 408 parties, yeah? What chance have you got when you've got the three main parties and then all the rest have diluted the vote, haven't they?
Yeah.
What you need to do is get the top 10 independent, well, they're not independent parties, but the top 10 parties, your Britain First, your For Britain, your UKIP, get all of them together, right? Stick all the leaders in a room like this one, because it's only 12 by 12, and stick them in here and say you're not coming out until one of you decides which person's going to be in run it or be the head, however you call it, and we just have one decent lot of people trying to go.
Yeah,
and that's the only way you're going to beat them. Or the only other alternative is, I mean, I couldn't do it, is to vote independent and try and get 640 independent people in the Houses of Commons.
Amen.
I've got to say, Dave, the Monster Raving Loony Party would suit you.
Well, hey,
I could fucking run that, mate.
You go straight in there. Yes.
Welcome. How many good introduce myself as your new Prime Minister. Yeah.
Fucking nut.
He's a boy, isn't it? Anyway, we've got 5 minutes left. I'm not going to be late tonight because
we're going to renationalise the post office, and Postman Pat's going to be in fucking charge because he can't make a fucking worse job than the geezer who's running it at the moment.
All of our stuff, Royal Mail, the courts, they've all been turned, NHS been turned into private limited companies. We've been really, as a people, we've been swindled the fuck, mate. We really have been swindled.
Well, I mean, not going on about the money, right? To forget about the money of my little, I've got 3 pensions. My big one comes out when I'm 60. Well, when I'm 65 was the plan, right? That money that's there, I put that fucking money in, no one else. Out of money I earn and pay tax on.
You're going to pay more tax.
But they want money that I earn and pay tax on. They want more fucking tax.
Yeah. You don't have to take your pension unless you don't want to. You don't have to take
it.
You don't have to take your pension.
No, I know.
You can leave it there.
I know I can.
But I would certainly join them all together.
Oh, yeah, go on then. How many private pensions have you got then?
Did I have 5?
No, but so you've just got the one now. You had 5 and you've put them all together. Yeah, well, I'm not. You're a bit older than me, aren't you?
28.
Yeah.
28.
How many?
28.
He's 28.
I don't want to know your inside leg measurement, mate.
Fuck me, you had a hard post, didn't you?
On your IQ.
That's a totally different show. So you're on a different channel.
Mikey, you had a fucking... Mikey, you had a hard newspaper round, didn't you?
I give Dave. I do his papers. I give his Daily Mail. Very nice boy. Very nice boy indeed. But, I'm 71.
Are you? No, you ain't 71. You ain't 71.
1951. It's born in 51.
Oh, you're exactly 10 years older than me then.
That's what.
So you've drawn your pensions then.
No, this is what amphetamine does. Cocaine and E. And lots of alcohol. And there's just
Oh,
every
okay.
other drug you can think of. This is what you end up like.
I thought you just turned the glasses blue.
What they? Well, they're tinted blue.
They're Lennon rims. They're Lennon rims, aren't they?
So you've drawn your pensions then, your private. You must have drawn. You must have drawn.
No,
your,
I'm taking them out yet. I'm taking them. I'm letting them roll over.
you're 70. You haven't bothered taking them. What? You're leaving it to the kids?
I'm needing to.
I
I'm
I don't need mine. I don't need mine, but I'd rather have my money in my pocket than someone else's. Especially when it's dwindling away.
My daughter will get it, and Maxine.
Guys, let me just go in for a second. David, let me go in for a second. Let me come in for a second.
Go on, son. Come in.
Mikey, tell Dave about your company because he would have known it. Your company down in your car company.
Yeah, were you a chauffeur? Were you a chauffeur hire? Dave?
No, yeah, your business that you ran, but he will know where it is, the area.
Oh yeah, I used to have 15 Mercedes. I had a company called CTS, and I was in Middleton Street in Islington. Well, Clerkenwell.
Who? Whereabouts?
Middleton Street, just off
Oh,
St John
Middleton
Street.
Street. Yeah, well, Middleton Bakers are just there as well. Yeah. Funny enough.
That's where Mikey made his money, didn't you, Mikey?
But anyway, Middleton Street is just off St John Street.
Yeah, I know it is. Yeah. Well, you've got the butchers on the corner.
Yeah, that's what there's four. As you come out top of Roseby Avenue, where Standards Wells is, you turn left. There's 4 houses. I have one of those.
Yeah, I'm in Lloyd Baker Street.
Oh, random. Oh, right, okay. That's on the on the Lloyd Baker estate.
3 minutes,
Sorry?
lads. 3
Well,
minutes.
you must know the Percy Arms.
Of course I do.
Yeah, well, that's where I used to drink there all the time. How old are you now? How old are you?
61.
A lot younger than you, mate. 61.
Yeah.
My missus was born on the Cali. My mother-in-law lives dead opposite. She's got a massive gaff dead opposite the Offord Arms. You know the Offord?
Yeah, of course I do.
Beautiful boozer, proper Irish boozer.
You must have known Tony and Steve Hadley then.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, I know them quite well. I knew them quite well one time, but I see Tony Anstey. Stevie's brother's lovely guy. But the Percy, I was always in the Percy. It was my local.
Yeah. Linda Robinson.
Oh yeah, I know Linda.
Danny Dyer.
Yeah, well,
Danny the Fanny, as we call him.
Well, yeah, Danny. Yeah, Danny. Well, he's a bit of a.
Danny who?
Dyer.
Fanny Fire. Danny Fire. Danny Dyer.
I don't know anybody other than him who speaks like that.
Well, my Lisa, she went to acting school with Linda Robinson. Linda
1
Robinson
minute,
was
guys.
a senior.
I'm off at 15:15. I'm going to shut the show at 15:15.
Go where you like, mate.
Sum up whatever you want to say.
Go where you like. We are staying. We're fucking demonstrating.
I'm going to Paris tomorrow. I'm going to Paris tomorrow, so I'm leaving. So I'll speak to you. I'll hopefully see you all next week.
You're all gorgeous. See you soon.
Yeah, good night. God
I
bless.
love you all, even those who don't love.
Yo, microphone check, make it a microphone check. Give it a microphone, I make it a microphone dead. Don't step to me, newbie, I could truly be moody. I could have played the fucking Grinch in the movies. I've been a part-time chef.